What's going on, everybody? Raging Devonian here, bringing you a new video / series on the channel. Today we're going to be going over in-depth more moveset, strategy, and teammate guides for Pokemon that are coming into Regulation D. In these videos I plan to talk more in-depth than I can go in 60 seconds in a short, and we will cover more Pokemon that are coming in that you can expect to see in the ladder and maybe make a niche appearance in some tournaments. Today we'll be discussing Typhlosion. Alright, so we have both Typhlosion Hisui and regular Typhlosion here kind of as comparison. You got here base 109 and 100 speed, whereas Hisui and Typhlosion is slightly more powerful, less bulky, and not as fast. But it does pick up that super important ghost typing. Hidden ability on Hisui and Typhlosion is Frisk, which is good on the ladder but would be useless in open team sheet format as you already know the items. And so regular Typhlosion coming here with Flash Fire, giving it an immunity, which could be more important. So both Typhlosions have things going for them. I assume Hisui Typhlosion will see more play considering that it is more powerful and has that ghost typing. It can't be faked out before it gets off those Choice Specs or Choice Scarf eruptions. With that Terra Fire specifically, those are going to be very powerful. With this middling speed stat though at 95 or 100, important teammates for Typhlosion are going to be Tornadus specifically with that Prankster Tailwind. It also gets access to Sunny Day, so it can boost those boost the power of those fire type moves. So yeah, the Tailwind for Hisui and Typhlosion going to be super important. So another possible teammate that you might want to consider is Cresselia. Either to reverse Trick Room or just disrupt your opponent, be bulky next to the Typhlosion. Its new move, Lunar Blessing, heals up both partners, so it's basically Cresselia's form of Life Dew. And Eruption does more damage the more HP you have, so being able to, you know, hold that high HP stat, being able to do as much damage with Eruption as you can could be very, very important. As well as Tornadus and Cresselia both being immune to ground, which Typhlosion is weak to. Super important there. Typhlosion also be really weak to some specific water types. We don't really know what kind of water types are going to be good. Palafin is kind of dropping off. There's always Dondozo, which you have to, think about. So there, you want to make sure that you've got coverage for water type moves. And I mean, you do get access to Thunder Punch and Wild Charge, but you'll be a special attacker. So Regieleki is another one that can come in and really help out Hisui and Typhlosion. Regieleki loves to go fast, so setting up the Tailwind and Hyper Offense is not really something that Regieleki is a stranger to. Just look at the speed stat. My goodness, this is level 100, not 50. I think it hits 277 under level 50. Let's see here. Yeah, 277 max under at level 50. So sitting next to Typhlosion in Tailwind, Regieleki will just be able to fire off those huge electric moves, really cover those water type weaknesses. So depending on, let's hop in more to the move from the teammate side and hop more into the strategy and move set. Just accidentally kicked my power strip and turned my monitor off. Luckily my computer is not plugged into my monitor, so we were still recording. Anyways, where was I? Yes, move sets. So it really depends on what item you're going to be running. So, like, obviously, if you have a Choice Specs or Choice Scarf set, you're not going to be running Protect or, any other moves. You're just going to be running Eruption, Heat Wave, Shadow Ball. You might want to consider, you could consider Terra Grass, Terra Blast, or some other moves. Infernal Parade is an interesting move. It's basically Hex, but can also burn. I believe, what base power is Hex? Is it 60 or 65? So Hex is slightly powerful, but doesn't have the burn chance. So Infernal Parade and Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball being more consistent compared to Infernal Parade. But if you decide to run, you could do a bulkier, slower Typhlosion. where getting that burn chance and kind of like chipping down could be a thing. Or you could run it next to a Moongus or Glamora, and once their poison or asleep, Infernal Parade will deal twice the damage, making it 40 more base power than Shadow Ball would be. Let's see, let's get rid of Protect here. Let's see, what other coverage moves do you get? You get Extra Sensory, Focus Blast, but that's pretty inconsistent. A lot of physical moves, but you're not going to be really running that on Typhlosion. You get Blast Burn, but that was more Sword and Shield era, where you could fire off G-Max Wildfires based off Blast Burn without any repercussions, because Dynamax, and yeah, that's really about it. So, I mean, Typhlosion's going to have one job, and it's going to be Click Eruption at full power as possible. These other moves are just kind of like filler slots. You know, you're basically going to want to lead Typhlosion, get your Tailwind off, get your Eruptions off, and rely on your Pokemon in the back to kind of clean up the game. So, that is Hisuian Typhlosion. So let me know in the comments below if you like the more in-depth guide to teammates and strategy and movesets. We're going to keep doing this. It's kind of going to be unedited. I mean, it'll be slightly edited. I'll take out all of my pauses where I was thinking and everything, but going to be kind of unedited, more one-on-one real content where I'm just kind of going over my thoughts on Pokemon and how they could be used, and, you know, how you can kind of use them yourself, and if you know how to use them, you kind of know how to get around them and know what to expect. So, kind of goes both ways. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you think about Typhlosion and if you're going to be using it or not, and then I will see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, because this is the place to be for Regulation D.